Doesn't exactly look like Russia, does it? And well, no, that's because I'm not actually there anymore. I came back to England. Yes, the comments about me saying that I'm going to come back crying my eyes out, and that I shouldn't be let back in when I decide that Russia isn't good enough, but here I am. So why did I decide to return back to England? Well, actually I'm just here visiting family and friends, so April Fools, haha, I got you. If you even fell for it. By the time that you watch this, I will have already returned back to Russia, hopefully. Unfortunately, my wife's visa was refused, so it's just me coming here alone. So it's a bit of a shame that she couldn't actually come herself, but oh well, that's life. Instead, I'm showing her England through these videos in the same way that I'm going to do it for you. Depending on what happens, I've got maybe 1 or 2 other videos about England for you to watch in the upcoming few days or weeks. For you interested, I'm from the city of Derby, which is where I am right now. Well, I'm on the outskirts. But before that, I do have something that we have to do first. So let's go to London, shall we? I had to go to London, England's biggest and most famous city, for something which I can't technically tell you about until the summer, if I can tell you at all. I had some time to spare whilst I was there, so I decided to film a bit of London to show you. And if you want to see more of that, then you can go and follow my Telegram page, where I always post little things that I'm doing. If you're just interested in my home city, then skip to this time right here, but if you want to go and see London together, then let's go. It's a bit windy, but this is the most sunshine I've seen since I've been back in the UK. Back in Russia, I'm a bit of a provincial bumpkin, you could say. And in the UK, I'm exactly the same. I basically never come to London, and I don't particularly like it here because I can't really get used to big city life. Looks sick. I always do, though. I'm completely lost in an area which I do not belong. It's all these designer shops and stuff for all the rich people, of which unfortunately I am not. But I really have no idea where I'm going. I think I completely missed the turn I was supposed to take. I guess we're exploring London, so I think I've finally reached the end of Regent Street. That doesn't mean really anything to me. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just walking and hoping I don't get too lost. There's more tat and knickknacks here. I'm not going to waste my money on any of that. Where the hell am I? I think this area is something famous I'm not aware of. I have no idea where I'm going at all. I'm so lost. I've just seen that the underground station is Piccadilly Circus. But once again, that means nothing to me. I don't know London at all. It was at this moment that I came across someone extremely unexpected. Извините, пожалуйста. Вы Varlamov, да?
Да.
Все,
хорошего дня.
That is the last thing I expected when coming back to the UK. Bit of an awkward experience though. So, how the hell did that happen? Just walking about in the middle of London and you come across Varlamov. If you're not aware, he's one of the most popular YouTube channels, Russian-speaking YouTube channels. What is he doing on what apparently is Piccadilly Circus? So Varlamov has many subscribers. I don't. But you can make that happen, so just leave a subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe we'll overtake him. Let's get back to the video. Oh, I know where we are now. For once I know where we are. That's a shocker in this video, it seems. For National Gallery, Right of Derby. Joseph Wright. They knew I was coming. Over there's Nelson's column. We've reached Whitehall, hive of scum and villainy. It's a bit of a boring street, really. Wait. I think that's Downing Street. Starmer's down there, the bloody bastard. And And here we have the people that keep stealing my damn money. But the view around here is pretty cool. Over here, we've got Big Ben and Little Ben. And here, you've got the queue for the people who want to take a picture there, with this in the background. It's an absolute tourist trap. If you're over here, those things just smell of piss. It's horrible. So you see the statue of Churchill, it has these barriers around it, and that's because people tried to vandalise it at one point. I'm not entirely sure what all of this has to do with London or England, but that's what it's always like in Britain. There's some people outside of Parliament here where you kind of wonder why on earth do they have a statue outside of the House of Parliament? Kind of makes you think. There's a Pret a Manger. Now I would eat there because I'm absolutely starving, but that might be a bit too expensive. Now that we've seen what big city life is like in England, how about we go and see what life is like in a city of 274,000 people, far away from the England that most foreigners know. So here we are right in the centre of Derby, my home city. And I'm with my good friend Peter, who has a channel.
Please subscribe to Peter Gargan. I do lots of gaming streams as well as a bit of animation work as well.
We go far back. He's an absolute legend, and he's just joining me today to show off the wonderful city of Derby. What do you think of Derby yourself?
I mean, it's home, I guess. I mean, a lot of people don't particularly like it, but it's all I'm really familiar with, so it is what it is.
If you had the choice to stay or leave for somewhere better, would you actually stay?
I would probably move somewhere at some point. Think I've got to spread my wings eventually, sort of explore the horizons and all that.
It seems it's not only me who is leaving Derby for brighter places. Whether you can call where I moved to a brighter place. Some people definitely don't think so. But over me behind there, where I started, is the Cathedral. It was built in, I think, was it the 12th century or 11th century or something like that?
Something like that, I don't know.
It's very old, it's very pretty. Pretty on the inside, but I think it might actually be closed by this time today. So down here is a place called Sadler Gate, which, I mean, it's kind of interesting to Peter catching a bubble. Did you enjoy catching the bubbles?
Oh yeah, I love popping bubbles, me.
I can't bring him anywhere.
I feel like I need to show a bit of my weird sort of
Your
personality
whimsical
a bit
self.
more on my
Yeah.
channel, because I feel like I kind of hold back on showing my weirdo side. I feel like I try to be too professional sometimes.
Do you not think that Peter should show his whimsical side or not? Oh, I'm just filming the video about Derby, mate.
Are you from Derby?
Yeah, I'm from Derby originally, yeah.
You're making a video about all this shit I want to get somewhere else.
To be fair, you're not wrong though.
It could get worse, mate. But to get some entertainment, we should have got down St. Peter's Street, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've seen a couple of that.
Yeah, man. Get it all on there, man. Yeah, have a good day, man.
You too,
Thank
mate.
you.
Thank you.
Friendly people in Derby as well. And over there is apparently one of the most secure buildings in the world. I don't know if that's true, but I've seen it said online many, many times. Did you know about that, Peter?
No, this is my first time hearing about it.
Yeah, that car park over there. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know.
Derby has a lot of churches and that, like many cities in England, but the only one worth looking at is probably the Cathedral if you're actually interested in churches. So I did see a comment in one of my previous videos of a Russian saying that British churches are much more beautiful than Russian churches. Personally, I think they're both beautiful, but you can see for yourself here that we do have some beautiful churches. Was it down here that thing happened a couple of days ago?
Yeah, it was like something not great. I think it was someone basically ran over like about 20 people or so. I think there's at least 7 people that have been rushed to hospital. It wasn't great.
We were supposed to come into the city before, even though I live in Russia, we thought maybe that's not the safest.
Yeah.
There were police here for a few days afterwards anyway.
There's something similar that happened in Nottingham a couple of years back.
Yeah, but I think he stabbed a bunch of people as well.
Yeah, because I think there was a vehicle involved though as well. But
Yeah, I remember about that, yeah.
yeah. And I was at uni at the time as well. So if I was out that night, I could have potentially been
Oh mate, yeah, you were living in
victim or
Notts,
something
weren't you?
for that, yeah. But I was like staying home, so luckily I'm safe. So
Welcome to England. We're doing interviews and everyone thought that Russia was the dangerous one. You can see it's basically a ghost town around this time. Like, we're here on a Tuesday, but there's basically no one around. You'd at least expect, because it's not even late. What time is it, Pete?
Just about to turn 6 p.m. So I guess most people are going to be sort of arriving home from work.
There were way more people out before this. The kids are off school as well, so you've got like...
yeah, that's right.
So
Half term.
you would think that it's a little bit busier, but no, there's quite literally basically nobody here on one of the main streets of the city. So down here, for any of you interested, is where I actually worked for quite a while. I worked as a fishmonger in a fish market that was just down here. Let's see if it's still open. Yeah, over here is where I would spend 12 hours a day cutting fish.
What was the story you had about your hand smelling like fish for ages?
Oh yeah. It must have been at least 6 months afterwards, maybe even longer, that just my hands just smelled of fish. The fish smell just did not come out of my skin. It was horrible. I hated this job. But I stuck at it. It's got me here.
Everyone starts somewhere.
And over here is the Guildhall Market. We'll look at it from the other angle in a minute. But for years this was closed down and they spent a fortune on getting it open and trying to redo it. And it took them about 6 years or like 7 years even, something like that.
So it's quite a new thing now, the new place. And I've had people telling me that they think it was a bit of a disappointment, but from what I see, I don't even remember what it was like before. It's been so long.
I've heard from many people that, yeah, it is a bit disappointing. We got inspirational Derbyshire women, and I don't know who a single one is. Welcome to England, starting to rain. That smell brings back memories, and I'm not sure whether they're positive or negative ones.
I don't know if I've done all that much research on it, but it used to have water running down it, and then I don't know if it's just because the council wanted to save a bit of money or something, so they stopped it running, which is kind of a shame because it was really nice to sort of come and see that. It was a very nice, relaxing vibe, just to see all that water coming down, especially during sort of summertime.
That was a good, 15 years ago or something like that, at least.
Yeah. I still have memories of that as a little kid, because I think there was that whole thing where kids would try to be all ballsy by sort of running through it and seeing if they'd get wet or not.
And the thing is, over the past few years, over the past decade and a half since it's had water flowing through it, I have seen more homeless people making it wet than actual water. If you don't understand, homeless people use it as a urinal. Here we have one side of the Guildhall that I was just talking about a minute ago. And over here, as is expected on this channel, we have a monument. So this monument here is originally dedicated to the people that fell during the First World War. And that is a big difference between Russia and the UK, is the fact that the war that actually affected British society a lot more was the First World War. Many villagers lost basically all their men during that conflict. But obviously the Second World War still had a large impact, but most of the memorials that you see were originally built for remembering people who died in the First World War. And obviously they have added a little part here for the Second World War after that had happened. See, I wanted this to be a little nostalgic, kind of love letter to the city that I come from. But unfortunately, the more we walk around, the more difficult that's getting, because this here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Assembly Rooms, which was essentially the sort of main theatre that people would go to for performances and things like that. And there was a fire here, but that was about a decade ago, I think, already. And unfortunately, it's still not open at all. They've done nothing with it. They've just kind of covered it up with this nice facade, but you're right. Oh, that's fair enough. One thing I do love about England is the people. But as I was saying, it's just got this nice facade that they've kind of put up on the outside, showing off how they would want it to be, but without actually doing any work or putting any money into it. Instead, they're wasting money on a lot of really quite stupid projects. This is what you'll hear most residents of Derby talking about. And over here we have the Quad, which honestly is a really good cinema. It's not even like a promotional thing, I just genuinely think so, because there is another cinema in the centre, or over there somewhere, which is Showcase, and it's pretty expensive, but the Quad is pretty cheap and Like, I've had good experiences there, not had a negative experience there myself.
It's kind of a shame that we no longer qualify for the 16 to 25 thing where you could get tickets for like half the price. So we went down there all the time.
I've definitely taken advantage of that discount once or twice in my lifetime. And over here we have the council house, which is the main sort of governmental building for Derby City Council. Now, Derby is part of a county called Derbyshire, and the rest of the county has its own council, which you'll see where that's stationed in a different video. Until, or maybe about 2 years ago, I think, they did have a Ukraine flag outside of there. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah.
They also changed the Guildhall Market to be called just the Derby Market Hall. And that's what it looks like on the outside. We might be able to show you, come round and have a look what it actually looks like now that they've spent an absolute fortune on the place. This place outside here is called Osnabrück Square. And that's because Derby is actually twinned with a German city called Osnabrück. I don't know how that happened, you can read about it if you want, but that's why this square is called that. Over here we do have Derby Market Hall, and I think it's closed. I don't know if you can see inside, but so Derby has changed a little bit since I've left, I'll admit that. That's like, this wasn't done at all before I came, or before I left. Here, Stadt Osnabrück. And if you come around this side, City of Derby. Distance Derby Osnabrück, 800 kilometres. I don't know if Kursk is twinned with any cities, but
So Google it.
I should probably have done more research before filming this video. And over there we have Bird, which is a kind of local bakery chain, which honestly I missed a lot when I was gone. You can get some really nice stuff from there. I don't know, it's just somewhere where I went a lot with my grandparents when I was growing up, so it's just kind of, it's nice to go back. A lot of my journey here has basically just been filled with, it's a bit of a nostalgia trip, let's be honest. So for any of you who are interested in football, the local football team for Derby is Derby County. The Rams. The ram is a symbol of the team, and well, the city in general, really. And so they've got this statue in the middle of the city of a ram. I always thought it was kind of weird, but the design on it's pretty cool. You're right.
Thank you. So as you can see right now, this boy is currently climbing the Derby Ram in Derby into centre. Not quite sure why, but you've got 10% battery left on your camera. Oh. Yeah, so now we're going to do a Q&A. Hello, how old are you?
I am 26.
You can take your microphone back.
Some of the characters you can meet in Derby, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'll end this video with a little bit of a reflection of what my thoughts are like after being away from England for so long. I haven't been back for a very long time, and after being in Russia, I view it in a very different way. So honestly, over the past few months I've felt rather homesick. So my trip back to England was something I was looking forward to very, very much, both to see family, friends, and also just to experience things that I've missed. Surprising to many foreigners, something that has been sorely missed for me was the food, which, well, yes, many people have made fun of, is honestly really nice. And it is just something that I associate with home, so it was very pleasant to go back and see all those things. But with friends, family, and food aside, I was honestly a little bit disappointed. I do kind of think that England isn't on the best path, at least for Derby and London. I just see that compared to what it was during my childhood years, the way that development really should have gone, it's just not meeting up to expectations. And the things that they do try with is just feels like a waste of money because there's no substance there. Like with that market hall, it used to be so thriving in there, even though it was a little bit derelict on the inside. It had that sense of community, and with many of the stalls being put out of business when they closed the place, actually just opening up a fancier place with less things there, just it feels empty, it feels hollow, it feels soulless. And honestly, that's how I feel with the state of England right now. And it is a shame, really. I want England to do better. I want England to be better. I want it to be what I feel like it really could be. Now, England is a wonderful country with wonderful people, and I just feel like it could do a little bit better. And quite frankly, I want to see it do better. I'm an Englishman at heart. I'm a patriotic Englishman. I love my country as any person really should. And it is sad to see the way that it's going nowadays. Almost everything that you hear from people over there is just negativity, and there's just this whole pessimistic atmosphere which I don't feel like there was in the past. But regardless, honestly, I see England doing better in the future. I'm personally an optimist, and that's just how I view things. But I genuinely do think that England has a good path ahead of it. We're just in a bit of a low point. But if you want to see what my thoughts are on life in Russia in comparison, then you can click the video right here and see what I think about making my move here. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look forward to a couple more videos from England as well as my classic Russia videos. Thank you very much, and do svidaniya.